G'day, how are we all? Quantum TV seems to be the gift that keeps on giving at the moment. What I thought would be a small bit of drama that fizzled out after a couple of weeks has turned into an absolute shit show where the main protagonist of the story has found himself several thousand subscribers above the very man who once looked down on him and tried to strike his videos down for just some basic criticism. So, good on you, Mischief, hell of a turnaround. The TLDR of this saga is that Mischief made a video criticising Quantum's opinions of Elden Ring. The issue Mischief took with his opinions is that they were completely misinformed and just overall really poorly thought out. Quantum flagged the video for copyright and ignored the transformative nature of the video. Mischief took it down so he could deal with it later, informed others, more people caught wind of it, and later the video was re-uploaded. Quantum is obviously much more informed than the rest of us on the laws of fair use, as he likes to point out, so he went and flagged the video again. Oh, wait a minute. The video went up and still remains there to this day. Funny that. I thought it was a re-upload, Quantum, but here it is just being left alone for some reason. Mischief also managed to find some really awful tweets, Facebook posts, and even a blog and YouTube comment that does not paint Quantum in a good light. Then, after other YouTubers like Fritanga, Oh No It's Alex, and Review Tech USA covered the story, Quantum truly started to become more unhinged. He has since claimed to want to move past all the drama, all the while continuing to reignite the flames and say some really nasty shit like telling people who tell him to get good at Elden Ring to kill themselves, calling Rich from Review Tech a pedophile, and constantly spamming Mischief with comments on videos that aren't even about him. Even the Act Man has stepped in with a terrific video of his own, going over the whole saga because Quantum tried to strike a previous video of his down for simply showing his bad takes on Elden Ring. Amongst all of this, we've had Quantum constantly change his story on the severity of these alleged hackers who have been supposedly making these hateful comments. Mischief covered this in a video, so please watch that for more info, and all the other videos will be linked so you can have the full context and more information. But basically, at first, his Twitter was supposedly hacked. Then he claimed a blog post was posted by a rogue moderator and not himself. Then he claimed all of his social media was being hacked and accessed simultaneously and that it's ongoing. Basically, every change in story is in reaction to others finding something else about him. There was one YouTube comment he wrote where he condemned the comments, but he said he's not going to apologize because he didn't write them. But as far as we know, there doesn't even exist a tweet or anything of the like where he explains the hacks over the years and actually acknowledges these comments from before people found them and made them public. There's no community post where he warns his viewers that there are these hateful comments out there or anything like that. And now we get to the latest video that we're going to go through some of. So, Quantum, can I call you Tum for short? Listen, Tum Tum, none of this looks good for you, and you have left behind an easy to follow paper trail of narcissistic behavior and toxicity. Best thing to do going forward is reevaluate your outlook towards content creation and discourse and take more time to understand the comments being made by others on this platform and just walk away with a new bag of knowledge. Ignore the people being outright hateful. I wish those sorts of people didn't have access to social media or the internet in general, but you need to realize you are not even remotely close to being in the right here. Your take on Elden Ring was bad to begin with and severely misinformed, yes, but since then you have only shown to be worse than anyone imagined and continue to worsen your image with every false claim about someone and every deflection of responsibility. Onto the video.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Quantum TV podcast.
Okay, please, for the love of God, sort your audio out. Your voice is coming through one side only, then it comes through both sides. The actual quality of the audio is all over the place. If you have a new-ish phone, it's probably got a better mic than what you're using for this video. Or just get a really cheap USB mic, apply some filters, and it'll do the job without issue.
But here's the thing with these YouTubers. They are on camera saying things like everyone uses slurs, it's the bundle of sticks word. Griffin Gaming said that. Won't apologize or turn himself in for his behavior there, right? Then you've got people like Review Tech USA who stole $200 from Big Cheese. You've got instances where he endorsed a guy and said, I'm a fan of Vosh, you deal with it. And then you go look at the things Vosh has said, like he thinks child pornography should be legal because it's more ethically consistent with the child slave labor that we have. Like it's mind blowing, but he's a fan and we should just deal with that, little things like that, that make it just weird. And then of course they cross the line and they say slurs on camera, literally during a live stream, and then follow it up with threatening to fight people. But then of course, don't look into that. I apologize, damn it. Let it go. I owned it. It goes away, right? That typical I have a bright future mentality. I'm a good kid on the junior varsity team. Don't arrest me kind of mentality, right?
Rich has already covered the Vosh stuff, and people have already brought up him calling someone the dreaded gay word. Rich himself addressed it that day of the live stream. He made a video about it. And even in the stream where he talks about you, he even brings up this video and mentions how ridiculous it was to make that comment and that he addressed it. He didn't feel good about it. If he had used that word to attack someone for being gay, or used it towards a group of gay people in an actual gay attack, a derogatory way, I'd probably be a little more shocked by it. But nonetheless, he shouldn't be throwing those words around at his age. He should know better, and he has spoken about that exactly.
No line is too far to cross. Enter the act, man. A whole bunch of shit he says on Twitter. I can't post any of it. That's how bad it is, right? Gets on camera, owns the shit. Don't mention it, though, because if you mention it, those are old tweets. Bro, these fuckers literally use the old tweet excuse after owning their shit and wants everybody to say, well, at least he apologized. At least he owned it.
Mate, just cut the coughing out. Have some respect for your content and viewers, for Christ's sake. And yeah, Actman did own it. He recognized the immaturity in using those words openly as part of daily usage and apologized multiple times for it. And to be honest, I don't think it needs to go further than that. I'm not alone in this, but sometimes people grow up using certain words with a slightly different meaning, and it's the wake-up call that inevitably comes later in life that makes them stop using it. Growing up, I and many others around me use the bundle of sticks word as another way of calling someone a fuckwit. I never once attacked someone with that word for being gay. I'd never attacked someone for being gay in general. But when I grew up, I knew it's probably not something I should be saying at all. And so if I'm going to call someone a fuckwit, I'll use that word only. Saying a slur on its own isn't an issue that I think should be pursued. Using it to attack people because of their sexual preference, race, etc. is a different story.
I will say this for all the people in the back who are struggling to hear me, okay? I'll say this for the people in the rafters. In 2018, I had a massive compromise of all of my social media accounts. My PlayStation and Xbox even got hacked. Nothing was safe. That means that main accounts like my YouTube account were hacked in 2018.
As far as I know, this is the first time he's mentioned his consoles supposedly being hacked during this whole drama saga. So just a refresher, first it was Twitter, then it was Twitter and a rogue moderator, then it was all of social media, and now it's every single account he had, including YouTube, probably trying to cover his bases for a hateful YouTube comment that he made, and even his console accounts. How can we take your word for anything when the stories are constantly changing for your own convenience? Especially when it's in reaction to a discovery, and you still haven't provided us a screenshot of a community post or tweet from yourself that addresses the hacks and acknowledges these comments. The only time you did do something like that was after all this started becoming public and more people discovered it.
And I love how people go, well, then why didn't you delete the tweets? Yes, because as I'm falling ill from injuries, from degenerative nerve damage, right? You wouldn't know anything about that chapter in Quantum TV. You weren't watching along those lines, right? You weren't there for that saga. My OG guys, those people who've been with me day one, you guys know about that. You know how I've been struggling to get good on camera to rehabilitate my physical being, right? I've went to rehab. At one point, we were looking into surgery options. We were doing everything we could so that I could be normal again, right? You guys wouldn't know anything about that history shared on Quantum TV because you don't do research. You don't care. All you care about is you saw something from a hacked tweet from 2018, and oh boy, this motherfucker's guilty. Oh, he's lying. Look at him trying to cover his tracks. Bitch, nobody's afraid of you.
If that's true, then good on you. I've never had to overcome a major illness or injury or anything of the like, so I can't imagine the struggle. But what point does this serve? You don't even swing back to the question of why you didn't delete the tweets. If the suggestion is that you were too sick to do it, I call bullshit. Because surely, if you were aware of the tweets and you actually didn't write them and were disgusted by them, you would get rid of them as soon as you can, or address the hacks and let others know what's going on. If you're still making content, how did you never go back to delete the tweets?
You think I need to apologize because somebody hacked me, and I need to apologize for the things they did as me, and more correctly, find everything they posted under my name when I was hacked in 2018.
No, people want an apology for the comments you made. If by some miracle you were hacked, I think people would at least settle for proof of the hacks, or proof that at least once in the past 4 years, you made some sort of post and addressed the comments being made and acknowledge them prior to the discovery by other creators. Because you're good at reactionary content, but as far as we've all seen, there's been no preemptive measures that you've taken.
Here's what I challenge all of you to do. Find something recent. Find it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Find anything from 2020, I would even say, onward. Find the most recent shit. Find it a day ago. Find me saying some shit that's just hateful and horrible and ignorant. Now, I know what you guys are going to try to do. You're going to try to twist those words in that old Batman review that I did, right? Which I deleted because you guys kept taking it out of context.
I'll do you one better, mate. Both pulled from Mischief's video. Ignorant posts about COVID and a rant about the rise of gay acceptance. What's the excuse for these? You've got posts from March, April, and August of 2020, a blog post from 2021. Feel free to move the goalposts again or claim these are hacked too. At which point I would ask why you bothered specifying 2020 onwards if you've apparently had compromised passwords to your social media for 4 years straight. According to your emails with Griffin, due to his video, which is a incredibly ridiculous claim to make, only Facebook and your consoles were hacked. So here he is in 2020 claiming it's Facebook and consoles. So he doesn't make mention of Twitter, but then years later, he turns around and says that Twitter was hacked, and then starts to slowly change his story into all of social media was hacked. It's a bit hard to believe you at this point, mate.
You're circumventing YouTube's tools. They give you YouTube Premium. You can download and save videos there, but you can't re-upload them for a reason, right? You circumvent that by using a third-party website and software. And then you re-upload somebody's video and you trash talk them and you harass them across a string of multiple videos, and you dare call that fair use? Really? Like, that's harassment at that point. And then when you get called out for harassing people, you send all your friends on Xbox and all the people that do the similar nasty behavior that you do to go attack somebody.
Tummy tum tum. This didn't happen. Stop falsely claiming criticism to be harassment or an attack. This very video of mine is not an attack. Mischief has not attacked you. Fratanga has not attacked you. And don't you dare generalize anyone who criticizes you as being part of some sort of group brigade where we mobilize others into being hateful towards you. It is beyond dishonest and only serves to make you look even worse than you already do.
Who cares? People don't like Elden Ring. It's going to happen, right? For every positive review, there's going to be somebody that's not going to like something. Happens on every single fucking, channel there is. But magically, you want to be like, this is a shit take. I'm going to teach them a lesson for it.
There's no magically, and you weren't being taught a lesson. You simply had a string of misinformed opinions and someone responded to them for entertainment purposes. Christ, mate, you said a game not made for everyone shouldn't be made. Imagine walking up to John Carpenter and saying, the thing should be a comedy so it can have a lower rating and more people can watch it. It's a ludicrous opinion and it was rightly labeled as such.
I mean, take a guy like Mischief. When he started out, before mentioning my name, the guy had 6,000 subscribers and was barely getting by, right? Magically, after this whole Quantum TV drama, he's used it time and time again, and He's well above where I am subscriber count, which is great for him. But it just goes to show, like, you guys use these like cancerous mob tactics to build each other up and to propagate this idea that what you're doing is somehow just or right. I mean, I understand like a lot of you guys have fun with this, but you guys understand that sometimes you cause real world consequences by people that aren't maybe like you. Maybe you're just making fun of me, but some people take it too far. They lead to hacking. They lead to real world doxing. They lead to real world consequences, vandalism against personal property, like vehicles and other things, which has fucking happened in real life.
If this real world abuse has happened, I would hope you're able to sort it out and those responsible are arrested and dealt with, or they just stop completely and go away. I hope you don't associate a video of your opinion as being the catalyst for unhinged people. They just shouldn't be on the platform in the first place. The only person that has taken actions with real consequences though has been you. Mischief only responded to your comments no different to how someone responds in a debate. You abused the copyright system, threatened a smaller channel, and even threatened Griffin years ago with falsely striking his video down because Griffin wouldn't take it down himself.
And when I come to you guys, like I came to Griffin Gaming during his Xbox rant, okay, because I've also had it real bad with Xbox gamers, and I tell you guys what you've done. You use private emails that I sent you, just trying to reach out and let you know the extent of what you've done and the kind of shit that you were stirring up. I tell you it, and then, oh boy, there it is. Oh, he's lying. Oh, he's lying. Here I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, thinking you had no idea that this was happening. And then you seem to be cool about it, and then it doesn't die down. You guys keep having your friends and your trolls and all that attack, and it gets more personal and more progressive. More things start happening. More police reports get filed. Here's the thing. If you're the kind of person that can hear that you've caused harm based off of your YouTube video and you don't take it down and you double down instead and you say, you know what, it is what it is. I'm just going to post something and say, don't attack them. Everything that you guys say is virtually opposite day. You tell people not to attack me, that they're going to do it 10 times harder. And the thing is, you think that this behavior doesn't have consequences. One day, and I'm making this video because one day maybe you guys might actually get someone killed. And I mean that because the level of hatred I am receiving is outlandish for the kind of topic that we're talking about.
Quantum, it is absolutely disgusting that you would try and guilt trip someone with this hypothetical, all because we don't like your toxic attitude. You are not at fault for unhinged people giving you hate, and as I said before, I wish those sorts of people didn't have access to the internet. But the majority of normal people who know these sorts of videos aren't calls to action or anything of the like. Equating commentary videos as potential cause of death is a reach, and a really fucking big one at that. You even said yourself you've built a following attacking people in the past.
But we're forgetting that I don't have 65,000 subscribers for no reason. I actually have a following. But my following is because I attacked people like Vincent Teo, and I've attacked the AVS forum because of their dedication to the old ways of the 30-year-old industry standards that don't work.
You, with your own antagonistic behavior, have invited the same behavior to be given back to you. Again, I want to stress, you are not to blame for the outright hateful people that say truly disgusting things. They take things further than it should ever go. But you shouldn't lump everyone in together, because then you're saying that you've built your own channel off of potentially killing other YouTubers, which I hope you realize doesn't make any sense.
And then you don't just stop there, you go even further with it, and some of you start doxing and sharing personal information, and then you go even a step further. You find people in real life, and then you start vandalizing things. And then when you as a creator are approached and told your video did this, these are your fans that are doing this, dude, you gotta stop. You guys double down and go, you know what? Fuck you. You're full of shit. You're You're pathologically lying about this. Why would anyone lie to you about reaching out to you? Bro, ask him. Don't think I'm playing around. I called Act-Man's mother to get a hold of him to let him know the kind of damage he was causing, okay?
If true, mate, that's pretty fucked up that you'd go out of your way to find the number of another YouTuber's parent. Also, it's quite rich given that you refuse to have proper one-on-one conversations with people through voice chat, but you'll call someone's mum.
But if you want to try to cancel me, right? Don't try to act like, I'm not trying to reach out to every one of you guys when I have, and don't act like what you're doing isn't fucked up across all your social media platforms, because many of you got hella skeletons, as I mentioned in this video. Act-Man using slurs, Griffin Gaming using slurs. Review Tech USA using slurs.
Saying a slur in the middle of a sentence, not even directed at someone, is not the same as wishing death upon people for being gay.
Bro, like, I can prove I was hacked. I've shown it. I literally, bro, like I told y'all in many response videos, unless I had a fucking crystal ball to predict all of this drama with Elden Ring, there is no fucking way I would install moderators in 2018 to help me with all the hacking, which I've shown in a prior video.
Tum, where's the proof? What video? You delete everything about this drama days after releasing it. If you're going to claim that proof has been shown, then flash a screenshot onto the video with dates of the message. Show us a community post or a tweet that acknowledges the hacks taking place and acknowledges the comments being made, because those sorts of reactions from you didn't occur until after the comments were made public to more people.
If you have a problem with a TV review or a gaming review or a movie review, tough. Nobody owes you anything. And if you want to make a video about it, go ahead.
Do you care about response videos or not, mate? You can't equate response videos as being the cause for harassment and inciting a mob and a potential cause of death, and then just tell us to go ahead and make them as if you don't care. Either you care and response videos are somehow harmful and violent, or you don't care and you don't think there's an issue. You can't have it both ways, mate. And I can't believe you would flip-flop within the same fucking video.
All the people, and for all my normal viewers watching, and for everyone else, maybe if you hate me, even if you think I'm the biggest piece of shit that has ever walked the earth, right? How many people that are making a video right now did I make a video about? And look at my uploads. Look at what I talk about. Go ahead. How many fucking people? They make unprovoked videos injecting themselves into situations that had nothing to do with them from the beginning. For clicks, for clout, and for what YouTube allows on this platform, which is toxic, cancerous takedown journalism. There's nothing more to it, and there's nothing less to it. This kind of thing will continue to happen, and that's just the message for today.
Quantum, some of us cover the drama, yes, for clicks and viewership because it's the name of the game on this platform, but the most popular videos were ones covering your abuse of the copyright system, your uneducated views on gaming, and your general toxic attitude. You had multiple videos where you did a whole bunch of shit. You told people to kill themselves and then tried backpedaling. You called Mischief a kid and other insults about his age before backtracking. Said Rich was a pedophile. Tried to go Griffin before deleting the video quite early on the same day, I think it was. Then later, you had a go at him for talking about you unprovoked, as if you didn't talk about Griffin unprovoked in the first place. And during all this, you somehow believe you have not acted in a toxic way and that these other YouTubers should be held accountable if, God forbid, someone dies. That's some of the most extreme mental gymnastics I've ever seen, and I truly hope you mature further and realize the error of your ways. I'm a stickler for these sorts of sagas though, so I'm curious what the next big thing is going to be. But, Quantum, look mate, if you want to clarify things, if you want to truly sit down, sort this out, and talk about everything and get to the truth of the matter, you need to reach out to these content creators that you're having issues with and actually talk to them. Because in the past, you've said, just reach out to me, just talk to me about this before you upload a video. And then people have. And you don't respond or you refuse to talk to them. You've said that everything that needed to be said has already been said. You don't allow comments on your YouTube videos if they're in any way negative towards you, even if it's a completely normal sentence that's not insulting you or anything. You still hold all comments for review and you only let through the positive ones. Actman was willing to have a conversation with you that you could record for yourself. Mischief has even tried to organize a live debate that you can stream and even profit off of, and you refuse to do it. You just want these conversations in writing, and you're always complaining about context when people haven't been taking anything out of context. You say that context is missing in a video, and then you show it, and it's a couple of seconds before somebody else's video, and no extra context is added. There's just a couple of words missing. If you truly believe there's context missing, somebody's misinterpreted something, or you just want to fully understand everyone else's point of view, have an actual one-on-one, man-to-man conversation. Sit down and have a constructive chat, because you're reacting in all these toxic ways. People are talking about it, and then you complain that people are talking about your toxicity. You're the issue, mate. None of us try to abuse the copyright system. None of us here are making YouTube a worse place. So at least have a think about that. If somebody was telling me this advice, I'd listen to it, because it sounds like pretty good fucking advice if I say so myself. But until the next video, have a good one.